become best friends?
Yup.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Big part of friendship.
I like you. Do you like me?
I do like you.
You are my friend.
You're a nice young man, and I am your friend.
Shut up, mate. I got friends now. I don't need you anymore.
You're my best friend.
Friend requests.
The friend request?
Why you ain't accept my friend request, bro? But you don't want to be my friend.
Hello and welcome to the Friend Request. It's Chloe Madron, your host. It's wonderful to be here. I'm just dropping in at the top of the episode to say welcome, of course, and to introduce our guest. It's got a great episode today. I think you're going to love it. I also just wanted to, of course, let you know about my shows in Melbourne and Sydney. I'm doing my debut solo show, my first ever hour, but it's actually really good and it's perfect. You should come. It's called Hot Girl Stuff, Disordered Eating and Crippling Self-Hate. You can Google it to get tickets. You can go to the link in my bio. You can look at the link in the show notes if you'd like. Check it out. Come along if you want. If you don't want to, that's cool. If you are, wanting to support the show or to support me in another way that doesn't require money, I would just adore if you wanted to maybe share the podcast with a friend or go and rate and review on Apple or Spotify. Those sorts of things really help the podcast and in turn me because of ego. But those sorts of things really help the podcast get found, and I would love that very, very, very much, of course, if you would like to. Anyway, you're going to love today's episode. It's so much fun. I had a wonderful guest on who I think you are going to adore. The man needs no introduction, but I suppose I should give him one. Please enjoy this guest. Enjoy today's episode with the wonderful Dan Muggleton.
Not all dudes, because Jacob loves to sit on the ground.
Does he?
He's a ground sitter.
I thought he'd be a big stiff boy like me.
You would think so, but no.
He can sit on the ground. Is that not just him finding a compromise in your relationship? He's like, look,
I don't think so.
Chloe, fine.
He's lying to me.
Fine. I love sitting on the ground.
That was actually in my my list. You've got to have this so that we can date list.
Okay, you must be able to sit on the ground.
Yeah, that was the only thing on it though.
Dude, I feel like you missed a real opportunity with Asians there, because they would have
my
been
time
right
with
for
Asians.
it. Oh yeah, okay, well that's good. I was gonna say, I'm just trying to think. Actually, are white people the only people who just refuse to sit on the ground? I feel like because like Asians, like Middle Eastern, they got a bit of that, like the real low chairs.
When was the last time you saw a black man sitting on the ground?
I don't know. I live in Sydney, Australia. I don't see many. I do what I can. I look for them. I search for them.
No.
Is that wrong?
No.
In a friendly way. No?
Go to Melbourne, I think. I did notice when I moved back to Brisbane after living in Melbourne, I was like, it is white here.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Every now and again, you just get reminded of the whiteness. Like, because when I was in like London, obviously, it just like you come back here and you're like, actually, the resounding memory from that was the lack of people on the street. Everywhere I went in Sydney after I came back, because like I'd walk places, right?
Yeah.
And there'd just be no one. There'd be like one guy, and me on like a main road. And I'm like, has there been some kind of terrorist incident? Like, why is nobody here? Like, did I not hear the news?
Yeah, I don't like that. Actually, I prefer to be closer to cities. I stayed in Melbourne CBD recently, and I love that. I feel safe having more people, even though half of them are crazy.
Of course. But you do feel safer.
I feel safer, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
because
lovely.
if anything happens, there's other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
100%.
When you're on your own, you're like, Jesus Christ. Like those farm people.
Oh my God. My God. Going out and staying in the country. Like, the aforementioned Jacob, my boyfriend, he is from the country and he wants to live there again one day.
Is he from the country?
He's from the country.
I know nothing about this man. I thought I kind of knew a bit about him. Now I'm like, I find it like sitting on the ground. He's from the country.
You know nothing.
I know nothing now. But yeah.
Yeah. He wants to go back one day and I'm like, kind of into it. I mean, I am into it because, we'll rescue chickens and cats and that will be cute.
You like space? Even less black people.
Good.
Surely one of the selling points.
No. Actually going to make sure that my neighbors are all black. So
Whoa.
Yep.
See, that sounds like you've gone too far the
That's
other
too
way.
bad. Oh God,
That's
shit.
too
That's
much.
Get Out.
It's a fine line to draw. Yeah, it is Get Out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, but I'm like far less comfortable out there in the country, in the sticks.
But like, have you?
Scary.
Yeah, because we just were like wedding, you know, because when you're from the city, you must get married in the country, for some reason.
I disagree.
No, this is just
I
the
know
people
do that.
in
People
my
do
life.
think that. You're right.
The upper middle class people I like to call my friends and family insist on being married in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales, Bowral, Berry, Mittagong, that kind of region, and like. You stay in the Airbnb for the weekend because a wedding's not a night anymore. It's a weekend.
It's a weekend now.
And yeah, just like I walked my wife to the girl house because for this one, like people stayed separate. They just got cute.
Very cute.
It's like, you know, everyone split up, including the couple.
The way it should be, honestly.
I think so. And yeah, I had to walk back by myself between the two country houses in the dark, and I was fucking bricking it. Like the whole time. I felt like such a pussy. Like this is like a paved road. It was like maybe 50 meters, but I was
my God. Okay, you are a pussy.
yeah,
That's ridiculous.
You hear noises. You're like,
You
what's
do
out
hear
there?
noises. Oh,
Because all you
it's
hear about the
spooky.
country is that freaks are out there.
Yeah,
that
freaks.
are preying on backpackers,
Wolf
and maybe
Creek.
I look like one.
You don't look like a
Thank you.
backpacker.
I was searching for that.
I know, I
was
could see it.
searching
I
for
could
my
see it in
first
your
compliment on the
eyes.
podcast.
God damn. I wish I didn't give in. That sounds nice. You have a lot of weddings to go to?
Dude, I'm at that age, man. I'm 34. Everyone married.
It's actually really lovely. I've had a couple in the last...
So are you still in the honeymoon phase of
months.
weddings, or have you gotten over it?
I'm still in the honeymoon phase. I'm
Okay.
loving it. And I want another one. I just found a gown
A gown?
a gown at Vinnie's yesterday for $35, and I bought it because it's like usually a $250 dress. It's I don't know why I just lied about that. It's $170.
You wanted to make it seem like more of a
I
saving.
wanted to.
I respect it.
Thank you.
You're like, man, I killed it this hard, and you played yourself. Like, I didn't know.
I know. I don't
couldn't
know.
tell you.
I try to be transparent.
Okay,
I don't
you're
know
doing
why.
very well.
Oh, thank you. But I bought the dress and I was like, well, someone else has got to get married because this is only appropriate to wear to a wedding.
Oh, you didn't buy it for a wedding.
I don't
you
have
bought
any
it in
weddings.
preparation
I have
for
no more
a-
weddings lined up.
Yeah.
Except mine.
Well,
and it's not even like, there's no ring.
Oh, I was gonna be like, you guys engaged. I didn't realize. Another thing I didn't know about fucking Jacob.
I tried on a ring yesterday. I mean,
Did you?
he wasn't there, but
At Vinny's as well. Good for you.
no.
Thrifting the whole thing.
No, it was a very fancy ring.
Oh man, that's I think different life stages, right? Because like you're
Yeah.
20s, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 29.
Yeah, but like you just start hitting that kind of mid 30s thing, and like for the last wedding, my wife needed a dress, right?
Yeah.
And so she was looking for like a dress that would make her feel comfortable but still be formal. She was banned by the
Yeah.
bride from wearing the dress she usually wears to weddings because she's like a very kind of choosy lady, right?
What? Can you describe the usual dress?
It's black. It's got kind of like a little bit of a floral thing. Got a little bit of like a bit of a slip.
Okay.
It's got like a slip in addition to
Yeah.
the regular dress. Like, you know, not showing too much. She's a conservative broad. But like she was like, I can't wear that again. I've worn it to like 5 weddings.
Yeah. That's
so,
fair.
So she had to buy a new one. And I love that you're like thrifting because her thing was like, I found a dress, but it's too expensive. And I'm like, I'm aware of this play.
yeah.
Like you must know this play.
Yeah.
It's too expensive. How much is it? $900. That's too expensive. We both agree it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I'll keep looking. Fantastic. I
Okay.
can't find anything. I can't find anything. The wedding's in 3 days. And I'm like, look, if you're going to wear the $900 dress to multiple weddings, like the last one, I guess it's fine. And she's like, I'll keep looking, but I promise I will wear it to multiple weddings. And then, 2 days before, I'm like, do you have anything? She's like, no. And she's just scrolling on her phone at night, just looking out there at every dress in Sydney.
trying.
Because every other dress is unacceptable.
Oh, of
I don't feel this. There's
course.
one dress.
God, I want to know what this dress looks like.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not nice. But like, yeah, just straight up.
Fuck, man.
I'm just like, buy the dress. Fuck it. I don't care.
You're a good husband.
I mean, look, I say this like I'm a good husband. She earns more money than me. Like,
So
I don't know why I'm
money.
being asked. I don't need to be involved.
No, I get it. I ask Jacob all the time, except I have no idea where to even find a $900 dress. That's something else.
I've
like-
heard Zimmerman, which is German for room man.
Oh,
That's actually true.
okay.
I said it as a joke, but it's like actually, yeah, the German word Zimmer means room. There you go.
Room room men?
Room men.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will.
It makes it sound like
have
it
a
shouldn't cost $900.
It
when
really
it's room
does.
man.
It really
yeah,
does.
I'm wearing room man tonight. How much you pay? $900. You overpaid. Zimmerman, you're like, I guess. It's a nice dress. You look great.
I did call Jacob recently, and I had I think 8 dresses. I was in Melbourne.
You're in Melbourne.
Every time I'm anywhere else,
8 dresses.
I had 8 dresses
At
in my
the time?
hand.
In
No,
your
in my
hand?
hand. I was
Okay. Mm-hmm.
at a shop. I had 8 dresses in my hand. I called Jacob because anytime I'm anywhere, I don't have much money. That's just a guarantee.
Yeah, 20s. I've been in the 20s. I know what it's all
Yeah,
about.
I'm almost 30. I gotta get it together. But
It'll change just
Okay.
automatically. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with you.
Good.
30,
That's
there's just a bit
exciting.
more money. But
Awesome.
then,
I mean, wait. Do you have to work a job for that?
yeah, well, yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have
back myself.
I just have this.
Exactly.
As well.
Exactly.
You know, comedian / podcaster is like, man, that's a high tax bracket right there. If
And
I
you
ever
married
heard
up,
one.
and that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. But I'm tall, so it bounces out. But no, you just get more. But then you'll
Yeah.
enter a new financial commitment, and then you're fucked again.
Oh, like a puppy?
Puppy, house, investment of some kind of description.
I hate it all. I hate it all, except for the puppy. That
dude,
sounds great.
5 years, I'm telling you, we're gonna be back in this pillow fort, but surrounded by very expensive dresses.
Oh my god!
And,
Okay.
and it's going to be part of a wing of some kind of estate because you're in your 30s now and you can afford it. That's how it works.
Wow, I'm
Yeah,
really
dude.
excited. Okay,
I'm
cool.
basically a financial planner. This is all going to come true.
I'm gonna play this over and over again to Jacob next time he gives me a hard time about my use of money.
It's like, dude, you don't get it. Dan's sitting right here.
He gets it.
He's telling us. Yeah.
Oh no, I did give him a call with 8 dresses in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I just told him I have 8 dresses in my hand, and he said, "Honey, put the dresses down and walk out the shop. Just stay on the line. Just stay on the line with me. Keep talking to me." And I did it. And I walked out, and I was like, I can afford dinner. Yeah, it was exciting.
Wait, that was a good result.
It was a great result.
You were
I
happy with the
needed
result.
that.
Okay, sorry.
I needed
Sorry.
that.
I misunderstood.
No, I do. I mean, I have bipolar, and I do think that that's one of the cheeky side effects of it is
Okay.
that you will spend your last money on something incredibly frivolous.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
didn't understand. I thought maybe that was a poor play.
No, I would have
by
loved
Jacob
if he
there.
had said buy it, and he does. He does sometimes.
But
But-
8. He's not saying buy all 8.
8 dresses is with no occasion.
No, okay. Yeah, if
No
you had 8
occasion.
weddings coming up, I reckon you could justify 2 dresses. Potentially 3.
No, I
Push
mean
3.
I would be getting 8 separate.
You're not a
dresses.
repeater?
Not to a wedding.
Oh my god! But
Not
these are
to a
different people.
wedding.
These
No,
are different
they're always
social
the
circles.
same people. Okay, if they were I don't know 8 people. I don't have 8 social circles.
You don't have 8 social circles?
No.
Oh, what
I've
about-
got maybe 4.
Okay, let's go through your social circles.
Comedy,
Comedy, yeah.
music,
Music people.
that kind of cross over into high school.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's like a combined music
Kind
high
of,
school. Okay.
kind of family.
Family.
Like my one closest friend from primary school, if he counts as a social circle on his own.
What?
Him and
No?
his girlfriend and his girlfriend.
That's not.
And they're friends.
Oh, you hang out with their friends,
Sometimes it's happened.
mate. This is grim. This is a grim read.
This is why I have a podcast
You're reaching
dedicated
for a
to.
fourth. You're reaching for a 4th circle. You're not even the fucking Olympics yet. That's garbage.
No. This is why we're in the fort,
Man.
because I have issues.
I'm trying to. But Jacob's family.
Yeah, that's
That's
another
another one.
one. Okay.
Yeah, your family, Jacob's
You're right.
family.
That's 2 separate group chats. So
Yeah.
that's another social
And then
circle.
can you count the various comedy scenes, like a Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane?
I suppose so. I wouldn't say that I'm remotely ingratiated in Melbourne, but Sydney and
That's 2?
I mean, everyone in Brisbane. I left there because I turned them into enemies.
Uh-huh. Okay.
know?
Well, yeah, probably rule that
Bye.
out. That's not a social circle. That's a death circle. You're in trouble.
No, I'm kidding. I love them.
Like, well, I'm just trying to think of anyone. Uni?
No. Do I look like a girl who studied anything ever?
I mean, I don't know.
Do I look like a girl who can read, Dan?
Yes. I'd be surprised if you made it through the education system
Thank you.
and you texted me your address and we had a back and forth, and that involves reading.
Could have been audio. It's very ableist of you actually to assume that.
You're blind. This is where I find this at. That's where in the pillow fort. It's just so I don't fall over and hurt myself. It's just a safety issue. Okay. I'm just trying to think of more social circles, like a job, like a past job, like some kind of.
No. We see it's interesting you bring that up because jobs are always like we're best friends, right? How long's it been since you've worked a job?
Like that isn't.
Yeah,
comedy?
don't. Yeah, you can't,
Okay.
you can't call this a job.
Okay. I mean, the government makes me pay tax on it. So I think
which
it's a job.
is ridiculous and criminal.
I used to run trivia until I left Australia to go to the UK. So end of 2017, I had a job.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Okay, but think back to the 80s. When
The
you were in a business,
This is
when you were in an office.
You can read, but you can barely do maths.
No. I
80s,
imagine
you.
you were around. You were a business guy in the 80s.
In the
you
80s?
know? Yeah. it
Oh,
makes
so this
sense.
is just an imagination thing.
No, this is your life. It's my assumption.
This is garbage. Just a 1-year-old businessman.
Okay, that's cute. That's
Yeah,
a
it is
movie.
cute.
I mean,
Boss
that's Boss
Baby.
Baby. Yeah,
That is Boss
okay.
Baby.
Fuck.
Dude, they've
Fuck.
thought of everything.
I've never had an original thought.
It's impossible.
Well, still, you can remember, back in the day, you work at a place, and when you're working with people, and they're all like, "We're best friends. We're best friends," and I can't say that I have held. I have I think 2 girls that I chat to on Instagram through a previous job, but for the most part, I literally got in trouble. And I thought about this today. I was like, I should bring this up. It's a friendship podcast. But I got in trouble at my last real job because when I started, I wouldn't come out to any of the drinks things.
Oh.
Because I'm gigging and doing a bunch of stuff. And also, I don't like to drink a lot. And especially, I don't know, I'm socially awkward.
Yeah. You just didn't want to go. That's awesome.
I didn't want to go.
You didn't want to go. That's what all of those combined sounds like. It's like, here are some 4 flimsy
100%.
excuses, and one just, I didn't want to be there.
100 Why would
and
I
I'm a
wanna
grown up,
go?
and I don't have to be.
Yeah, but I got in trouble.
I know what you mean. I know what they mean, and I know what you mean. I'm trying to think if at jobs, because I had to organize stuff, because with trivia I was in charge. So I had to organize the social situation. So if people didn't come, I was kind of but it wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
Trivia's a solo job. You're doing your own pub, you're on your
exactly.
own. Yeah, I've never had an office. I've never been in an office ever.
It's bad. It's a bad place.
But bit of regularity, a bit of structure. You get to see the same people. You get to have an ongoing narrative with their conversations.
Did you hear me when I said bipolar?
That ruins it. That
It
takes away
doesn't
from
work
it. Okay,
well.
I apologize.
I'm such a cunt. I feel so bad.
I think it's okay.
You think so?
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Oh, thank you. I was actually bragging today because I worked with my boss, who's a delight, and I was bragging that I was in a better mood and therefore was nicer to talk to her. I was like. I saw someone else afterwards and he's like, how's work? And I was like, work is walking dogs, by the way.
Okay.
Yes. And I sometimes do it with a lady who organizes the dog walking. So it's not really a boss. It's not your classic job. It's not anything. It's
not
very
a boss,
chill.
it's a pack leader.
Yeah.
Sure. Got it. Yeah. Nice.
And so I was just really impressed with myself that I was giving her full answers and being...
Okay.
kind of
You had a
responsive.
little come home brag to your partner, you should send me work today. I was listening.
I was listening.
responding.
Oh, yeah. I smiled.
Wow.
I was nice.
Dude, you podcasted them. You did it live. You did it off the record. Congrats.
That's how rare it is. I feel so bad.
Dude, this is going to out me, but
do it.
Mary's grandfather is a very old man.
Mary is your wife.
My
then?
wife.
Yes.
My wife, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, a very old man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
94.
Whoa.
I believe, and there were big worries early doors about his liking of me because he really likes Mary, but I have a moustache, which he thinks means you're gay or ethnic or both, and he doesn't like any of those things, right? So we had to trick him initially. I shaved the moustache.
Oh, wow.
He was like, "You got that shit off your face then?" Apparently he'd seen a photo. Damn it.
Oh, my God.
But he loves me. I've never had a grandfather. This is my outsourced grandfather. He bloody loves me. He thinks I'm the best. He thinks I'm handy around the house because I've, implied that I dug a hole at one point.
Ooh.
The other brother-in-law, the other kind of man who married into the family, is legitimately handy.
Yeah.
Hates him.
Oh, my God.
Even though he can
why?
actually do things. He's Italian, that's why.
Oh,
but,
no.
legitimately.
Oh, no.
And he just loves me. And it's because I use podcast listening tactics
Wow.
on him.
Wow.
I do the eye contact.
Yeah.
I lean in. I'm like, that's so interesting. Ask a follow-up question.
Yeah.
And I laugh more than I usually would.
Oh,
And this
my
old
God.
man loves it. Loves
awesome.
it. He's like, what a nice guy.
Oh,
and I'm like, mate, I know.
Yeah.
This
see,
doesn't come naturally.
That's fucking smart.
Dude, you can use it.
That I will. I think
In life.
I think I do probably subconsciously, because people often think that I'm nice, and I'm like, no, I just try to charm people, you know. And
As you
like,
should.
yeah, absolutely. But I maybe I just didn't see the purpose in doing that with my
Dude, Jacob's
pack
family.
leader. Oh,
Use it.
I think they like me.
Anyway.
I'm in the family chat now.
Wow, huge. How many? How many in the chat?
It's the immediate family only, so it's like
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, including me.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
but
That's
I mean,
good, yeah.
Jacob's been in my family group chat for like 2.5 years, so
Right, you just
I
made it.
just made it.
Did he add you or did someone else add you?
He added me.
He
but
added you.
In his defense, he said that they never use it until recently when one of the girls got engaged and it was going off. So he said, I'm
Wait,
bringing Chloe into
one of them got
this.
engaged.
His sister.
I think someone might have a wedding coming up.
Oh my God, you're so right. Oh my God.
See, now you got the dress for a reason.
This is magical.
Dude, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
This is when you're older, you're from the future. You just tell people shit that's gonna happen. You know, that's the game. That's how it all works.
I'm going to be rich and I'm going to go to a wedding.
Yeah, dude. And at one
Yay.
point, you're gonna buy a $900 dress because there are no other dresses
Oh my
in
God,
Australia
please.
/ the world available. One $900 dress exists.
Oh God, I got to know about this dress. What did it look like?
I'll off air.
Yeah.
I'll send you a photo.
Oh, please.
You could see my wife in the dress.
Oh my God.
And you'd be like, that's a room man. That's what that
really
is.
exciting. Wow. Thank you for
Dude,
that.
happy to do it. So these are the moves on the grandpa. I'll send you a photo of your granddaughter. He's like, I love this guy. He's one of the greats.
Okay, so interesting you bring that up, because I was curious to talk to you about first impressions a little bit. Because we met in Brisbane.
Correct.
And I was like, this guy's lovely. And do you have any understanding of how you're perceived? I think I struggle with it myself.
Yeah, I think I can't really tell.
Okay.
Like, I think sometimes, let me put it this way. I think for the people I like, I'm generally liked. But I think the one thing about me is that other people are very like warm. Like, I don't greet well. That's something about me as a
That's
person.
what I was kind of trying to get to.
Oh, really? I've jumped ahead. Okay, yeah. Because I think people think I'm like rude, but I'm just really just kind of like, I'm just doing this.
Yeah,
And
it's
if
interesting.
you come up and talk to me, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
But I'm fine to just
Yeah.
go to work and go home.
Yeah, totally. Which I find really interesting, because I would never consider that anyone ever thought of me like that. And I was talking to Lauren Bonner, who has a similar kind of thing. She's like, yeah, people think that I'm standoffish, but I'm really not. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. She said, you're a bit like that to me. And I was like, what? I'm just nervous and scared. And I guess, yeah, busy, but like never in a million years would have thought that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get that impression.
Of me?
No, not at all. I wasn't this Chloe, Jesus Christ.
I had booked you for my show, I think. I think that was the first time we met. So that would be insane if I just like was hanging out in a corner
I've
not
had that,
talking
bro.
to you.
I've had that. Don't worry. I've done enough shows where like sometimes you get
That's
like,
crazy.
please come do my show. And you're like, cool, yeah, I'll be there. And then like they're just kind of off to the side. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
That's
Like,
crazy.
But I mean, look, if it's paid, whatever. That's
Yeah.
work, sure, fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, hey, just do me a favor. And then I get there, I'm like, hey, and they're like, sorry, wait, and just like they fuck off, and I'm like, what?
Oh.
You trying to neg me?
Yeah, I
No.
have had that. I have had that with a booker once. And it was I was pre-warned about said booker being told. I was told like, don't worry if they seem like rude or grumpy. It's not you, it's them, and just keep going. And I did, and then they kind of gave me a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was a power thing though, which is psycho.
Yeah, I mean, but like, and look, I can say this because I also run a comedy room, but
Yes.
think of the kind of people who run comedy rooms. These aren't people who've experienced a huge amount of power throughout their lifetime. They're not stepping off the board of a Fortune 500 company and then running a comedy room. So when they get a little bit of power, they're not very good with it.
Yeah.
It's people who've had power for a long time who are good with power because it's not that intoxicating to them. Take it from me, a white guy. But no, like I think there's like interesting little points in comedy because you tend to get like a big jump in your career like a few times. Like it's not gradual. There's the gradual thing, but then there's like just a couple of big jumps.
Yeah.
And it's interesting watching people handle their big jumps.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of a quote from Denzel Washington.
Tell me.
That he apparently said to Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock. Because Denzel got in there.
Yeah.
Because it's Denzel. And he is the equalizer.
Yeah.
So he's there to help, right? And he goes up to Will Smith and he's like, be careful when you're at your highest. That's when the devil comes for you.
Ooh.
So, like, you know,
deep.
he was the big dog. He was going to get best actor, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And, like, that's when he decided to be a cunt. Like,
Yeah, crazy.
way out of character for his whole
Very
existence
insane.
before that. And, yeah, so I definitely... It's interesting watching comedians handle that because, like, you know, I've been going long enough that, like, my friends have had little jumps at like various times, and it's interesting to see who it changes, who it doesn't change, when they start chilling again.
All right, who does it change for the worst? Name
Nah,
names.
Not doing it. Never.
Fine.
Never.
Well, you've certainly had your like share of success. How have you found in such a insular, comparative kind of community? How have you found that your comedy friends have dealt with that?
I mean, like, there's people who are like your colleagues because you're basically at the same level and you see them really regularly. So you've kind of got a bit in common because you're just going for the same things, doing the same things, whatever. There's other people who are like your genuine friends who like you see outside of, you know, nighttime.
Yes.
I think that's one of the craziest things. As a comedian, when you see another comedian during the day for the
freaky.
first time, they look weird.
It's so weird.
It looks wrong.
I
You're like, what the
know.
fuck are you doing? This is natural light. Gross.
It's so gross.
Get out of my line of sight. But yeah, there's that. And like those people just kind of regardless of the level thing, I think you tend to kind of just keep up with because like they're your genuine mates. And there are like other people where you just kind of, your careers are in very different places. So you lose what you had in common in the first place, which was comedy. Like something you know, it's just, and I've had that with friends. Like they'll kind of drop off and they'll kind of come back because like, you know, they're dealing with TV shit and that's not where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, when you're both kind of doing that, then they, you know, you start hanging out again.
Yeah. Okay.
It's never personal, I think. It's always a great thing to say.
Very good point.
But like, even like, it's funny because people say it like professionally, right? Like you don't get something, it's not personal.
Yeah.
But I think even like, you just kind of see less of someone for a minute. It's
Yeah.
also not personal.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I definitely have had the problem of personalizing everything. I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, why are they replying to me? And it's like, motherfucker, they're busy. And guess what? You're not though. Like, you know, they're very busy.
I'm very busy. No, it's never a reply thing. It's like I've mentioned it before on the podcast, but I had a couple of friends in Brisbane, and like, it's not a big deal. I have a lovely podcast, and I have a growing audience, and it's very exciting. But in the last 12 months, it's like been, you know, building, and it's like a little thing for me, and it's great. Not a fucking word from them. Not a mention of it. Not a single thing. Hey, Chloe, cool podcast. And I'm like, what? That's mean.
Not even a cheeky DM slide. Like not necessarily like a share, but just like a hey, good on you.
Nothing.
Or like an in person. Like man,
Nothing.
the going well on the
Whoa.
gram. The pod's getting some views. Good on you.
Nothing.
Oh well.
I know. See, so sometimes I'm like, oh, I shouldn't personalize things, but sometimes I'm like, I am right. I've been slighted. I should start a fight.
Yeah, I think everything about me is just the sheer avoidance of like some kind of like public thing. Because I'm like, A, there is nothing lamer than comedians disagreeing publicly. Like we're lame people. There's never going to be a fight, and if there is, it's not going to be good because we've all got like no hand-eye coordination or muscle mass, right? It's shit.
I mean, I did MMA as a kid.
Did
but,
you? Oh wow. Okay. There's things I
Very
don't know.
strong.
I don't know anything
Very
about fucking anybody. That's what I'm learning about this podcast. I thought I knew some stuff about you as well. Well, guess not. But yeah, just like I don't know. Like it just any kind of public thing. Like I've seen it a couple of times. Like there's like a comment thread and people are piling in.
God,
and I'm like,
it's
this is the
awful.
lamest shit.
It's awful.
You're like an aunt about the vaccine now, regardless of your position. You know what I mean? Just by joining it, you're now part of it. And being part of it is the worst.
That's so true. That's wise words.
Mate, hold up. That's all I got. Age.
It's not much older either. So what?
It comes at you fast. I'm telling you. In 5 years, you're going to be in this pillow fort with new pillows, talking to a younger comedian, saying the same thing.
I do need to get new pillows, actually. It's a very good point.
I wasn't criticizing.
No.
How has that been the result of this? I didn't get new pillows. Thanks for mentioning it, Dan.
I didn't.
Are you saying they're not fluffed enough?
I didn't take it as a criticism. I swear. No, that is really good advice. Something about personalizing stuff. I was going to say something, but I've forgotten.
We can pause. We can edit out the silence.
I refuse. These listeners can hear it all. They can hear me say
I apologize. I apologize
I'll
for
say 17 words
allowing you time to gather yourself. I'm a real piece of shit.
I don't think it's coming back to me anyways.
That's true.
It's fine. It's cool.
We'll get there.
It's cool. Yeah, no, I was just going to say that there's never been any kind of thing with like your friends. See, that was the thing where I was saying 17 words until I figure out what I was getting to, but I figured out what I was getting to. Okay.
Perfect.
So recently on the podcast, I spoke with Beck Charwood.
Yes.
About a tactic that I had used when it came to kind of these weird intersections of colleagues and friends, like the weird world of comedy. You know, we are friends and whatever, especially with social media, and how you can compare yourself and all of that. And how unhealthy that can be. And I was saying that I just remembered a tactic that I do, which is that I sometimes mute people even though I love them.
Oh, so you don't see what they're doing.
Yeah, and even though I love them, and I remembered this because someone had posted something and I hadn't seen it, and then I had to go find them, and I was like, oh, why didn't I see that? I was like, oh, because I muted them, which is crazy. And I wanted to know if that, because Beck completely related. She was like 100% do this all the time. I wanted to know if that is a inherently girly thing to do.
Look,
felt it.
I don't think I know how to mute someone on Instagram. Like, I don't think I've ever done it on a from a I could figure it out. Don't get me wrong. I could figure it out.
It's a generational difference at this point.
Yeah, I could figure it out. Don't get me wrong. I'm good at Googling too, but like, yeah, I haven't done it. Like, there's definitely some people that like kind of annoy you. I think if you're ever annoyed at someone, I think it's probably because they make you feel lazy. And so to be annoyed is kind of silly.
It's not annoyed.
What is it?
I mean, this is why I think it's a girly thing, is because it's mostly, God, she's so beautiful. God, I wish I was more beautiful. That's a big part of it.
That's not an issue with male comedians. They're pretty gross across the board.
That's a good point. You're on the handsome end of the spectrum.
I'm not packing anything impressive, but comparatively, wow, good for me.
You are a movie star.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great point.
Standard definition. In HD, I'm a fucking monster, gargoyle, but you know. In the old days, I would have been fine.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, but it's that, and it's like it's not annoyed. It's never annoyed. It's just like I guess you're right. There is definitely some truth to what you're saying. There is a part of me that is being defensive because I'm like, why didn't I get that? And then it's inherently like because I feel lazy or something. But it's just comparing of all sorts.
Like, I don't know. I know the feeling. I think the social media thing's very unhealthy. I mean, don't even get me started on social media as a whole, especially on this beautiful platform. But like, yeah, I do get it. But like, it's inherently competitive, and like, some people are going to get things before you get them.
Oh, totally.
Some people are going to get things they don't deserve. You're going to get things you don't deserve. Like, it's just gonna.
AIDS.
And like,
sorry.
who deserves AIDS, Chloe? Let's name 3 people who deserve AIDS.
Okay, ready? No, that's bad.
Yeah.
No one deserves AIDS.
There we go.
I'm gonna say that down the barrel. No one deserves AIDS.
I agree with this statement.
No, you think it's? You said earlier that it was like.
Whoa, Jesus! I would never narrow it down like that. What about drug addicts? Jesus, I hope you do edit some of this.
I can bleep things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, you will get frustrated sometimes, and like sometimes people will get like a kind of massive growth. Like, you're just like, whoa. But then, honestly, man, this fucking pillow fort works, dude. I would never be this sincere outside of this. It's fucking clever.
Thank you.
Yeah, like basically what I do now is when there's like someone gets something like big or like, you know, a huge spike in social media followers or start selling a bunch of tickets. I'm like, how did they get that? Like, what did they do? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, then I can't be jealous.
I love that. Fucking smart.
Just
really,
like,
really smart.
You know, it's just like, yeah, just Hamo.
Yeah.
Is a good mutual friend, Andrew Hamilton.
Yes.
He's doing those Alpha Bro videos. I don't know about Alpha Bro content.
I have no
That's not
idea
in my
what this
algorithm.
is.
I'm like, I enjoy them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, Dan, are you going to sit there and like talk about your circle and your triangle and whatever the fuck? And I'm like, not really. But I'm glad for Hamo.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
someo's doing it because
Yeah.
I enjoy consuming it. And because he does it, now I get to see it.
Yeah,
I just didn't get any fucking Gary Vanderchuck. I don't, that's not in my algorithm. So, you know.
Totally. I think it's another thing with seeing like, oh, if that's something that I would want to do is, or how did they get it? The how did they get it part comes down to largely them being who they are, the life that they've had, the experiences that they've had. And I'm going to say maybe 90, probably 100% of the time, I don't want to have lived anyone else's life.
Yeah.
Like, man, my life rules. I've got a sweet ass kitten. It's great.
That's
Sexy
awesome.
boyfriend. Like, whew, it's all good stuff. It's just like you really can't be comparing that much.
Yeah.
know?
And I mean, it's like the one, I guess, for me is like I'll, you know, kind of look at going overseas again.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because the UK was really great for me. That's also was helpful, I think, with like kind of relationships with colleagues and whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just fit in there a lot better than I fit in Australia.
Yeah, right.
Kind of immediately.
Yeah.
For reasons I don't understand. It all just made sense over there. Over here, it's always been a bit different. But
Weird.
like, obviously having a wife and trying to have a kid and all that kind of stuff, it just means that we're, you know, a bit more stationary, a bit less mobile. And I'm just like, yeah, but I do want that. Like, I've seen the people who like don't have the thing at home. So they're at gigs every night. So they're like just kind of out and about. And I'm like, yeah, you are getting up more, but I don't think I want that.
Yeah.
So that's chill.
Yeah, there becomes a point where you lose touch with reality as well, and then you've got nothing to talk about, right?
Yeah, because you're just kind of there all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I totally
All
get
stories
it.
are about gigs.
Yeah, I totally get it because like if my just empty home and I'm just sitting there,
Yeah.
I'd prefer to be out
Oh, totally.
at open mics with people I know, my
Totally,
colleagues,
totally.
friends.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I don't think you need to necessarily have a wife or like child, like a partner or a child.
No,
to
no,
be
you
the thing
don't need
at
to
home,
have
but
those things. Otherwise, you should be working.
Okay. I refuse to have a child. It's not happening. No, I don't think you need a partner or a child to be the thing, but like another thing outside of comedy, you know?
Yeah, is healthy.
Very
is nice.
healthy.
I mean, I'm still at the moment just trying to figure out like a way to kind of switch off because I'm very like just kind
really?
of working all the time.
Yeah.
Or like relationship or dog. We got a dog.
Ooh, have
Love
you tried
the dog.
heroin?
Haven't tried heroin. Actually, I have accidentally one time. We thought
Really?
we thought it was ketamine, but I'm pretty sure it was heroin.
In England?
Yes.
Of course.
Scotland. Felt really good.
Of course.
Felt really good.
Yeah, I
but
bet.
unintentional. You know, the same way that everyone in Australia, like, they're like, I'd never do ice. You bought
You've
bad
done
pills
it.
one time.
It's
It was in there.
happened. Oh,
There was just
people
a bit
are
of
so
shard in
precious.
your fucking green mitzies or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Why can't you shut off? That's annoying. Can you try?
Well, I'm looking for a thing. I'm
Yeah,
looking for
yeah,
like
yeah,
an
right,
outlet.
right.
Like, let me put it this way. I used to go to internet cafes as
Yeah.
a teenager to
Yeah.
play Counter-Strike and Defense of the Ancients.
Awesome.
Right? These
Get back
lame
into
games.
that.
Well, I've been planning to go to the internet cafe for just like a few hours on my own to just play for 4 years. Never been.
Oh.
Not once.
Okay.
I drive past and I'm like, maybe that's the guy. Maybe that's my time. And I like, you know, get home and I got like, take the dog for a walk, hang out with Mary because
Hey.
like I'm on the road a lot. I'm like, fuck the internet cafe.
Hang on.
Mm.
You're a 34-year-old man with, I
Correct.
assume, a laptop.
Yeah.
Could you not play the game?
not the same.
Oh, okay.
I want to be in the space. I want to be me, some Koreans, an energy drink. You know, that's what I'm looking. I want to be in Hurstville, damn it.
You want to be a kid.
Yeah, I just want to have the escape thing. But we went on holiday the other week.
Yeah.
That was wild because
Was
usually
it?
I work on my holiday.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say.
I'm doing something. I did 3 gigs, which for me is not many. So actually, just in case the ATO is listening, it wasn't a holiday. It was a work trip. Everything was expensed. Thank you. took meetings during the day.
Of course.
Of course.
No, I can't imagine. I have not done a not working holiday in maybe 12 years.
Dude, it's
I can't
good.
imagine.
You get to the point where you're just like, what if I just sat? Like, there's just an age you reach.
Yeah.
Where, like, when you're in your 20s and people go to Fiji, you're like, why the fuck are you going to Fiji?
Crazy.
And you're just hitting there and you're like, all inclusive?
Oh.
I just have to sit on a beach? There's a buffet? What do I have to do? Nothing?
Makes no sense.
You'll get... I'm not going to say you'll get there. Maybe you won't. But
no, I would like to.
just
I'd love
saying-
to have a little rest. I'd love to
Little
close
rest.
my eyes. That sounds pretty good. I'm so fucking tired.
Dude, someone will build the pillow fort for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's moving up in the world.
A local will sort out the pillow fort. You just turn up.
Okay, wow. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Dude, it's crazy. It is crazy.
You mentioned Andrew Hamilton earlier.
Yes.
Now, he and you and the lovely Tom Whitcomb
Mm-hmm.
have a podcast together
Yeah.
called The Flog Cabin or Flog Cabin?
Just Flog
It's
Cabin.
Just Flog
No,
Cabin.
just Flog Cabin.
How did this come about? Because I got to be honest with you, and I'm not alone in this.
Mm.
A few of us, we were like, what are these boys hanging out? We didn't know about this.
Well, this is the way I like to keep it. I don't like
Yeah.
anyone to know who I hang out with at any time, because then they want to hang out with me too, and I'd hate that.
Oh, of course.
It's very funny whenever anyone like asks me for help or whatever, and
Yeah.
I give them help. I'm like, don't tell anyone.
Oh my God.
And they're like, we know, Dan. And I'm like, okay.
You're
So,
funny. You're pretending to be tougher than you are, but you're very sweet. You've always been very sweet to me.
Look, I try. Don't tell anyone. What, you got to put this fucking thing out? I thought it was just a chat. I just like holding a microphone. It makes me feel comfortable. But no, it was just funny because like I went to I did a tour of the UK last year. And I did a bunch of the podcasts there, like for mates from over there that have like been quite successful. And I just kind of looked at podcasts and I was like, because in my head, I think just because of Australian radio, I still have a radio in my car. I don't have a aux. So I just have to, I have to take in the radio on a regular basis. I thought that a podcast / radio show is about 3 somewhat different opinions, you know? Like the age old, this is how you get the best conversation ever, Chloe. You want to know? There's a secret.
Tell me.
You get an ex-rugby league / AFL player.
Okay.
You get a comedian.
Okay.
And a chick from a reality TV show.
Oh my God.
And then you make them hang out from 6 till 9 every day and don't say their full names at any point. Because who has time for that? So that's how you do it.
It's a good recipe. It
Good
works.
It works. It's cooking. But anyway, so I always thought that. And then in the UK, I realized like, no, actually for podcasts, I think people want like similar people hanging out because like, it's a bit more niche. You know, you find the one that you like and you just stick with that.
Totally.
And so I looked around Sydney comedy. Tom's been on tour with me before.
Yep.
Tom Wickham. I was like, all right, this is a private school white fella.
Awesome.
This is what we're looking for.
Yum,
He's from
yum.
Sydney, right? And then I was like, wait a second, Hamo's a bloody private school piece of shit as well.
Yes, he
He just
is.
went to prison and got tat, so he tries to trick people.
I know.
But his parents are just as wealthy as ours. He knows about Head of the River. He's on top of it. And I also wanted it to be Sydney people, and they're both from Sydney because I feel like Sydney, even with radio, it's like heaps of people like kind of flown up here from like Melbourne or whatever, or it's like a national broadcast. So like they're based in Melbourne, but like they talk to Sydney, and I'm like, we're the fucking biggest one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, and Sydney is like kind of an interesting place because it's got its weird little areas, like as you would have known now. Like, you know, that bit doesn't go to that bit, and like the Shire doesn't want them coming here, but they go there because it's the only beach with a train, and they're from Western Sydney, so they can't afford a car, so they get the fucking train to the beach there. Bondi did well; they made it a bus. Everyone hates those, so no one goes. But you see, like these kind of specific Sydney things.
Yes, definitely.
And I was like, I reckon this could be a conversation people want to listen to, and yeah, we gave it a go. I basically pitched it. I was just like, I reckon this will be good.
That's awesome.
And then the other thing was I wanted to start a podcast because, you know, I've just been touring so much.
Yeah.
I'd like a way to be able to consume me talking without me having to go to them.
Yeah, very smart.
So thank you for having me.
Oh my God, of course. Of course the people will be thrilled.
Yes. But
No, and it makes sense if you're trying to have a baby and you're going to be a bit more stationary.
exactly.
Very smart. Discovering podcasting in 2024.
Has just like a straight guy as well. What are you talking about, this genre?
Hang on.
Where's this
I want
been?
2 more straight guys. Thank you.
I need 3 straights. We're going to form a triangle.
But so you toured with Tom before, but had you hung out with Hamo much?
We became friends in Melbourne this year.
Yeah, okay.
Had a couple of
Last
drinks. Last year. Apologize.
Thank you.
2023. Hung out. I liked him. He's a good hang, Andrew Hamilton.
He is.
We ate $3 tacos from Guzman and Gomez at Swanston Street in the gutter at about 3 a.m.
Ooh.
The best snack in Australia, the $3 taco from Guzman and Gomez.
They're so good.
They're so good.
They're so fucking
Finally,
so
someone
fucking good.
who knows about this.
People
Thank
don't
God.
agree?
People don't know, I think.
Oh my God.
People don't know, $3.
Get the word out there.
That's less than a coffee for a fucking taco. Like a hard shell
It's so
beef mince,
cheap.
like Divorce Dad special
Yeah.
taco.
Yeah.
$3.
Probably a good 10 grams of protein in there.
See, I don't know.
$3.
Do you want to? I mean, like the fitness equipment is covered up by the pillow fort.
Yeah.
Are you one of those? Do you know about macros? I know nothing.
Oh no, my show this year is called Hot Girl Stuff, Disordered Eating and Crippling Self-Hate. So yeah.
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 Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You're on it.
Yeah.
Cheeky plug. Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Check it out.
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah. So we just kind of hung out there. I went to see his show. I thought it was very good. My wife approved, which is always a good. If my wife watches his stuff and she's like, "He's good," I'm like,
okay.
"All right, this
Okay.
means she's a good judge."
That's great.
So I was like, "Yeah, cool. Let's see how it goes." And yeah, it was just fun. It was just like
Cute.
from the first one. It was just fun to do. And I'd done a solo podcast.
Yeah.
Which sucked. I'll be the first to admit it. But I got rid of it, and people were like, "When's it coming back?" And I'm like,
my
"Who wanted
God.
this?
Oh my
I didn't want it. I put out episodes like occasionally. It was garbage. It sucks. You can look it up. It's horrible.
I will.
But like, yeah. But then, like with more people, it's a lot more fun. Like I don't know if you.
I've tried soloing just for Patreon stuff, and yeah, it's. I mean, I had fun because I had listener emails and stuff to go through,
Something to
but
respond to.
it's very different.
Yeah, and you got to laugh at yourself sometimes.
Yeah, well,
You can't
I'm
just-
pretty
you-
good at that.
You can't just monologue it. You can't just fucking straight out down the barrel.
No, you gotta go. Ah,
And then they're like, "Why are you laughing
silly.
at your own joke?" You're like, "Because I'm just trying to create an atmosphere of fun
Just trying to make a vibe.
on my own." As an
Yeah.
only child, you think I would have nailed it.
Oh,
but
you're
no.
an only child, freak.
Yeah, dude, of course, yeah.
Of course. Does make a lot of sense,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
No, you just seem
I'll note this down.
independent. You seem independent, and exactly what we were talking about before with the first impressions. You're like very comfortable on your own, you know.
This is very impressive backpedaling. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Compliment. Am I safe? Am I out? Did I make it? Yeah.
Would you consider them compliments? They're just facts.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Very, very smooth. Very cool though that you still. I don't think you knew Hamo that well,
No.
and you get to know each other on the pod.
And also, he did some opening for me last year as well. So in the car. I think
Boys
that's-
only opening.
No. Canberra this year. Summa Aya
Okay.
did open for my what's it called? It was the encore show in Canberra.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. On UK, yeah, my mate Andrea Hubert, she opened for me in London both nights. It's just, whoever's around.
I hear ya.
I it's very important for people to know. I pay very poorly.
Yeah,
and the shows
right.
aren't that well attended. So there's not really anything in it. Only men would subject themselves to these conditions.
You'd be
Chicks would be like,
surprised.
fuck that, this is stupid.
Yeah. And I mean, some chicks, you got to get an extra room. I mean, most I'd say. Some people are weird.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
dude, yeah.
It's a whole thing.
The
It's a whole
sharing the room thing, yeah, God. Separate rooms. It's a pinnacle I'd one day like to reach. Where it's just like
I believe in you.
in one of them actually I stayed in this like weird resort thing with Hamo, like, resort like as in like fancy caravan park resort.
Beautiful.
And the reason I stayed in it is because one of the rooms had bunk beds and I wanted to remind him of prison.
There was another way that you could have reminded him of prison. A little bit more intimate.
Whoa. How
I think
dare
that
you?
you're familiar if your mustache says anything.
Okay, hurtful. I mean, I'm not trying to get HR involved. This was just straight up bullying. Like there was nothing inappropriate. I just wanted him to
Sorry,
work harder.
We have to play
Have
some
to?
sleepover games now.
Oh, okay.
That's a part of the pod. It's a part of the charm, really.
Sure.
It's my way of tricking my guests into becoming my best friends.
Sure.
Yeah.
How have they gone so far?
The sleepover games?
The
Oh,
best friendship.
I tell you, honestly, so good. Last week's guests, we've had like a few DMs back and forth.
Really?
Yeah.
Massive.
It's huge.
That is big.
She's replying to my stories. I'm like, okay, I love you. It's really exciting. I gotta not be too excited. Shut up.
I liked it. I was laughing. It was fun. It was cute.
I'm sorry. I'm vulnerable. I'm transparent.
Yeah, these are all things I was raised not to be. Are you serious? I haven't made eye contact with my dad yet. One day.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
My family loves me.
Do they?
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, don't be so surprised.
No, just I assume mine do, but to tell your kid
Oh,
that?
no. See, my
What a
family
wedding
went,
speech is for.
My family went too hard on it though, because my siblings and I, we are like, if we have partners, luckily now we're all pretty sorted. We've all got great partners. But if in the past we've had partners that don't say that they love us every time they leave a room, we're like sick with anxiety. Like, what have I done? What have I done?
Oh, I thought the
Yeah.
parents were like, what happened? Is there some kind of incident? Is there a fight?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just that the parents
Just
told
so
us
much.
so many times that they love us that we now need to hear it all the time.
Fascinating.
It is.
I don't mind it. Yeah.
don't mind
I mean,
it?
I say it. I say the I love yous to the parents.
Yeah.
You know, the mum is a regular reciprocator. Dad is, 50-50. Sometimes just like, great. Hang up,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Boys rule. All right. Let's play this game.
Yes.
The first game is Would You Rather.
Sure.
You familiar?
I'm aware.
Wonderful. Would you rather all of your hair fall out or never be allowed to wear a tracksuit ever again?
Oh, okay. The tracksuit. I
The
was going to say,
tracksuit.
did you appreciate?
I really appreciate the look. This is so cute. Did you have that shirt made?
No, this is a proper Adidas shirt that my
That's
friend bought for me, and I'm like,
crazy.
oh my god, I can dress as my shirt. That's very rare.
It's awesome.
Okay, all hair fall out, never an Adidas tracksuit again.
Yes.
Or is it just tracksuit?
Any tracksuit.
Any tracksuit.
Because I know that you've got your you tracksuit as well. And I
That's
suppose I
true.
should say to the listeners, the few who don't know who you are, that Dan does wear a tracksuit every day of his life.
Every day of my
24
life.
hours a day.
It's like Squid Game over in my place.
No, but like
a lot of Koreans, heaps.
It's all gigs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do like wear them. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I recently bought like a nice one.
Yeah.
It was the one I wore for the Opera House show. It's like a brown one, but it's nice. It's a nice Adidas track. Like, nice. Like, it costs more than the dress, all right? Like, it was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I want a picture of that too, please.
Yeah, of course.
God, I love clothes.
Yeah. It was like an Adidas collab. It was like
Wow.
just real, like the
Oh.
materials. Like,
Collab
ooh.
with who?
Wales Bonner.
Okay.
Some kind of upcoming designer. I'm not really into designer stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I saw it and my wife was like, get it. Come on, you never buy anything.
Yeah.
Which is true. And I was like, fuck it, got it. And I was like, fuck, this is nice.
That's awesome.
You know? And like, so yeah, oof. Any tracksuit. But sorry, the point I was making was that I'll wear that out.
Yeah.
To like nice. Like
Yeah.
we went to like a fancy kind of dinner for like my mate's wedding present thing. And I wore tracksuit bottoms. And they were like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's pretty fine in Sydney.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's nice,
fashionable,
if you look,
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, basically, it's not just on stage. Like I'm just phasing jeans out.
Yeah.
You know, I've still got these
Fuck
bald
jeans.
spots on my calves from jeans.
What?
Oh, okay. Oh
How?
my God.
Why?
This is how old I'm. Fucking look at that. That leg's dead.
Oh,
so look at
God.
that. See, little bald spot
Why?
because of skinny jeans at university, just rubbing the hair.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a reason to bring skinny jeans back.
Oh my God. I gotta like reassemble myself into the cross.
Jesus.
Just
Christ.
aching. This is where the wisdom hangs out in your knees. There's no tendons anymore.
No, we have to do mandatory stretching
a
before the podcast.
Couple of platitudes. Yeah, God. The podcast's going to be over and I'm going to take 10 minutes to get off the fucking ground. Oh,
I'm so
Jesus.
sorry. Please don't sue me.
That's okay. Not at all. Oh, I'll get there. I think, look, let me put it this way.
Yep.
I think I could rebrand without a tracksuit. I think I could find something else as comfortable and as easy because like that's what I love, the not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But going completely bald, like I mean, I think I'm going a little bit, but like going
Completely.
completely bald, like I would just look like an old-timey strong man without the muscles. And I don't think that's good.
Yeah, wow.
I think I'd look like that or like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. Like it's not.
Actually, that is a pretty good look.
It's just I think it's a bit rough.
I
Oh no! Now this leg's woken up, so it's got to move.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So high maintenance. I love how much thought you put into that and how much hesitation there was, and it wasn't immediately just obviously the tracksuits are going.
Yeah.
They're on equal levels, hair and your tracksuits.
Look, I like the tracksuits.
It's awesome.
Man.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Just makes life easy. Like, imagine going to work. You got a uniform. You're good. And it's comfy.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
You know how physical I am on stage. Like I'm bouncing around.
Oh, you're doing
it's
kicks.
really handy.
Yeah, totally.
Dude, my big backflip closer is going well.
I've been buying a lot of the same things. Like I've got this pair of they're like comfy kind of leggings, but they're flare pants, and they go with just everything. And I've been wearing them as like a uniform.
Good?
It's
you're
so
just like, I got a gig tonight,
good.
and you just put it on. There's no like you're thinking about the gig. You're thinking about how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about how to afford a house in this current climate instead of your pants.
Would never try to buy a house. It
Okay.
sounds fucking boring.
Dude, in 3 years' time, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be straight there, part of the future.
I
Future
hate
Chloe.
it. I hate it.
Future
The only
Chloe will
reason a
converge.
house is good is for what did you say?
Future Chloe's going to be like, oh my god, my knee. I was like, man, I'm doing so well in this like cross-leg sit. I'm like, I must be more flexible and fit than I thought I was. And I'm like, oh no, just like I lost feeling. And now that the blood's moving again, it's just agony, like on every joint.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Am I the first person? Like, I just thought there must have been other people that just can't.
No, there have been.
Like, just
there
like
have
their
been. It's
waists are fucked.
crazy.
Yeah.
Cameron James was like, so how are you doing this? Pointing to me sitting cross-legged. And I was like, just sitting cross-legged. And he's like, so you're using your core? And I was like, no.
Using
I'm
your
just
core?
sitting on my ass. What are you talking about? It's
He's
just
like, he had like a proper
balance.
way to do it. Oh my god, I've gone the other way around. Oh no, it's a horror show. Anyway, yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude.
We got more games to play.
Am I gonna make it?
I don't know. I'm
This
worried.
is like the decathlon. I'm making it up to like 7 events, being like, fuck the sprinting. I'm out.
All right, little brag.
Oh.
Another would you rather?
Yes.
This one I think is pretty hard.
Okay.
So just like prep yourself. Would you rather die or be British?
Die or be British?
To my wonderful fans in the UK, I am so sorry for this ongoing
Did they
bit.
write these?
No,
is it just every week,
This
this
is from
one?
my mind. No,
It's from
that's
your
not.
mind.
No,
Okay.
I just have an ongoing thing where I keep
feud.
making fun of British people, and
Okay.
I feel bad.
Well, look, I'm gonna be British
Yeah.
because, like, I mean, we're pretty bloody close.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you just said how much you loved it.
Yeah, I had a great time over there.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
crazy. Do you know that once you become British, you lose half your teeth?
Do you? Then
Oh.
I get some sick veneers.
Oh, I want veneers, but I'm so scared.
I could have those Al Del Beni chompers.
I'm so
Those
scared.
LA bad boys.
I'm so scared that because you just got little nubs underneath them.
Dude, the nubs are weird, right?
They're
I didn't
so
know about the
freaky.
nubs.
No, the nubs are horrific. I
But-
don't think I could live with myself knowing that, like, especially if I, like, partied and took some hallucinogens one day or something, and then it just got into my brain
Did you
that
have
I
little
have
nubs?
nubs.
I've got to
I
set the
might-
nubs free. And then you just say just chewing gravel. Yeah, tough.
Oh, rough.
I just don't like, what I don't like about the veneers
Yeah.
is the uniformity. Mm-hmm. Because everyone just has the same teeth.
Not anymore. They're getting better. They're getting better. You have fantastic teeth, though. I can't help but notice that on the topic of this.
Look,
What
they're-
the
they're-
fuck?
Honestly, my wife has really good teeth, so I don't find mine that impressive at all.
Wow.
But thank you very much. It's a good compliment.
No, that's messed up. I want to punch them out.
Want to punch out my teeth?
Yeah.
Take them for my
I'm
own.
jealous.
No little nubs here.
You couldn't possibly, you wouldn't be, they wouldn't take you for veneers. They'd be like, no, you're sorted. You're fine.
I don't believe the kind of people who do veneers have ever said no.
Wow.
I don't think plastic surgeons are like, you don't need it.
That's not true. I saw on the new Sex and the City TV show that one of the doctors said no to one of the people.
In that documentary. What's it called? And now something.
And just like that.
And just like that. And just like that, a lie was born. Yeah, my wife watches that show. I've watched a bit of it. The comedian character is pretty painful, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And Bobby
it's-
Lee's in it. And
yes, Bobby Lee's there. Yeah.
Before I watched it, I had listened to Tiger Belly, and I think I recall hearing him talking about this project he's working on and how they have a comedian and how it's really painful to watch. And now seeing it, I'm like, oh, this is rough.
It's just weird because like the OG Sex and the City is great.
Oh,
like it's really
fantastic.
excellent. And this is just so rough.
Well, okay. I have opinions.
Do you like it?
I have opinions. So here's the thing: is I watched the OG Sex and the City for the first time, and then like recently, and
Okay.
then just watched the movies, and then watched the new show. So there was no time in between.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
binged the whole.
Yeah.
There was
I
no
mean,
waiting.
I mean, I did work and, you know.
Yeah. But
sleep
like, there
and
wasn't like
everything.
years. There wasn't
None
like
of that.
okay.
None of that. And I think all of that waiting actually creates this like falsehood and this contrarian kind of position when it comes out, because like most people who are fans of anything, when a new version of that thing comes out, they're like, it's not the same, you know?
Yes.
And I watched it all, and it's honestly quite fucking similar. It's,
Ugh.
I know, but I will say there is a lot of like virtue signaling to a degree, a bit of like, this is wokeness, and this is it explained. It's very dumbed down, but I did discuss this with my mother. I was like,
With your mum?
with my mum.
In the group chat?
No, on the phone call.
On the phone.
On the
Nice.
phone. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're close. I said, because she was like, it's crazy. They made me feel like they thought I was an idiot watching this. And I said, you got to remember, Ma, she is the target demo. She was the target demo of the original. So she would be the age of most of the people that they were trying to get back in, right? Because it's
Sure.
the fans. I said, she's 55. Fuck, she's probably not going to, I will bleep that out.
That's what you're going to bleep out of all the things.
I'll bleep that.
Yes.
She was like, yeah, she's that age, and most of the people around that age aren't as switched on with this sort of
Yeah,
stuff
sure.
as she is. And I was like, I do think that there was a part of it that the writers had to kind of explain, hey guys, this is what trans is, this is what non-binary is, and it feels a little dumb, it feels a little bit like, what do you think, we're idiots? But it only really lasts for the first little bit of introducing things and people and notions and nuances and all of this, and then it's just regular, I swear.
Look, my response.
Yes.
On behalf of 55-year-old bigots. No, I mean, look, I get that. It's just like, but I think the show received a lot of criticism after its release.
Yes.
And during that gap about like how white it was and all that kind of shit. And so, so the
Yes.
people working on it are like, hey, let's just do a little rewrite of history
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And just put heaps of people of color and everything in there. It's like, wasn't it always like this? Isn't this great? There's nothing wrong with us.
I don't know, because they actually really acknowledge it. Like, one of the girls is going to have dinner with her black friend, and her, she invites all of her friends, and then she's like, fuck, all of my friends are white. Like, they literally, they call it out. I really don't think it's as bad as the critics think. I don't know. And also, in the olden episodes, there are a couple of people who aren't white.
Yeah, you know, like waiters
a
and
few.
background actors and, you know, people specifically in the storyline because they're black or whatever. So I was with a black guy, said Samantha again. I'm just kidding. It was one time.
It was one time.
Yeah.
There was one guy.
Yeah, anyway. But look, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm
I'd
sorry
prefer
that
to be
we
British
did.
than dead. Look, I mean, I don't think there's anything more off-brand than me talking about Sex in the City.
Really?
That's not. I'll tell you,
think
if you're
that's
thinking
fully
about
off-brand?
listening to Flog Cabin, not a lot of discussion of carrying the girls. Oh my God,
No.
Hammer, you're such a Charlotte.
All right.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but look, I think people contain layers, and they can want to listen to this and also Flog Cabin, okay?
They can. I'm saying they can.
They can. They think.
You should see our pillow fort.
No. For some reason, all I could imagine was a smell.
In the cabin. Yeah, we get pretty flogged up in the cabin. There's a musk.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. We got to get rolling. I've got another game.
Yes.
It's called Bend or Snap.
Bend or Snap. Is that
Yes.
from Legally Blonde?
No,
No. Okay.
maybe. I don't remember what it was originally called, and that's just what I called it.
Okay.
So, but it could have been the original name. It
I just
doesn't
remember that
matter.
thing when they pick up the
I
thing.
know.
and-
I
oh,
know.
okay.
I know what you're talking about. This is
Okay.
a different.
This is different.
It's a different.
Well, then no is the answer. I was just asking.
You know what? I don't have a very well functioning brain.
You're
And
doing really well.
Thank you.
This has been fluid.
Thank
You know.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bend or snap is a
Yes.
game where I say, if your friend did this thing, would you bend? Would your friendship bend? Would you be flexible, or would it snap?
Okay.
Would it
I'm
be
with you
over?
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, bend or snap if your friend doesn't like your dog.
Ooh. Well, I do have one friend
Oh.
who doesn't like the dog. But like he doesn't it's not like he doesn't like my dog. He doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, that's better.
He's like you know, eye contact avoiding, you know.
Is he gay?
No, just spectrumy.
Okay. Sorry,
And
there's no conflation there. I just want the
no,
listeners to know.
oh sorry, yeah. That wasn't like no, he's the next thing. But no, he's just a bit spectrumy, and like a dog is like too kind of warm and
Totally.
at him and loud
Totally.
and messy, and
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to be part of this, and I'm like,
Yep.
that's fine, that's fine. So definitely bend.
Okay.
Um,
But what if it wasn't someone who doesn't like dogs? They like dogs and they just don't like your dog.
I mean, Dottie is adorable, and like if you like other dogs and not her, you're kind of a fuckhead. I'll give you I'll give you the point if you don't like her because she's like a labradoodle. And so, like, you know, not a rescue in any way, shape, or form, and like
That's
not a real
crazy.
dog.
You can have beliefs about like moral beliefs about rescuing and stuff, but you don't dislike the dogs who are pure breeds.
I could see that argument.
That's
It's just like,
fucked.
this is a designer dog. You're a piece of shit, and I'd be like, fair
Ugh.
enough, but like, don't take it out on the dog. Take it out on me.
Exactly.
Take it out on us. My wife's allergic to dogs. She wanted a dog. They
I
invented a dog for
understand.
that.
I know.
It's just like that watermelon sour beer. It's like, hey, do you want a beer? I don't like beer. Here's this from
Yeah.
Grifter. You know,
Yeah.
just drink a fucking cider.
I
Who
get
cares?
it.
Or do you drink watermelon sour?
No, I would never. There's so much sugar.
Wow, you've got like
Yeah, it's
you're
really
one of those
bad.
like nutritional information.
No, it's so. I mean, did you not notice when I offered you a Diet Coke or a no sugar Fanta?
Well, look, the only thing about the no sugar Fanta, I was like, raspberry. That's a twist. I thought it was going to be orange.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's all right. I'm really enjoying
it's
it.
pink. It's yummy,
really
right?
nice, yeah.
It's so yummy and addictive.
Dude. Well, no, yeah. I just in my head, it's like, man, Dragon Ball Z. Does that reference
Yep.
mean anything too? Yeah, like, you know, the Power Reader. Like, there's just certain
Yep.
people with dieting. It's just like the number is just there.
Yep.
Just like they see it, it's like. "Du-du-du-du-du-du."
Yeah.
Like they just break it down into its components, and I'm like, fuck. I didn't know juice contained sugar until late last year.
Oh my god.
I had no idea. I was drinking it every
Jesus
day, thinking I was being
Christ.
healthy. Like half a liter a day.
Oh my god! What kind of juice?
Nudie, the apple carrot ginger one.
Oh,
So it's like a
not
better
terrible.
juice, but
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
crazy sugar.
Yeah.
And then all my people like the health people like, you got a really high blood sugar.
Oh.
And I'm like, but I'm really healthy. I drink all this juice. And they're like, you're an idiot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, look, I wish it didn't consume so much of my thought. I imagine I would be a far smarter person if that was the case.
I
but
find it very impressive.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, probably, you know.
It's a
chill it
problem.
out.
Yep. Okay. Another bend or snap.
Okay.
Bend or snap.
Yes.
If your friend doesn't like your wife.
Look, I know this is going to be weird.
Yeah.
Literally never happened. Never happened.
Cute.
She's great.
Awesome.
Check this out. You've had Becky on this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Becky and I were backstage at a gig. Becky Lucas, just for anyone.
Yeah.
Backstage at a gig, and we're talking about, like, you know, kind of comedy partners,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, people who are dating comedians. And like, she's like, when they're around, like, you know, it's a bit much. And I'm like, well, that's, you know, one way to tell me you don't like Mary, because, like, you know, they've chatted. Mary recommended her hairdresser. And now they
Ooh.
go to the same hairdresser.
Wow.
And, you know, because my wife is around because I run stuff and she's been around for a while, whatever. And Becky's like, no, Mary is absolutely the exception. Mary's like your Jackie Onassis.
Oh.
She's been fantastic for your image.
Yeah, right. I need to meet your wife.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, I mean, something's got to help, right?
Yeah. This irredeemable personality of mine. Finally, Mary turns the ship around in her very, very fancy dress. But yeah, no. If you don't like my wife, like, I'd be confused. Like, I'd be like, you better have like some kind of crazy reason.
Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna think you're not my friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Totally.
Yep. Snap.
Sounds like a snap, yeah.
Big
Okay,
snap.
big
Huge snap.
Out of there.
Immediate
All right.
snap.
Last bend or snap.
Whoa.
What if your friend didn't like you?
I mean, that would mean that we don't hang out as much, which is the exact kind of friend I look for. There's
I thought
nobody.
there's not even a bend. It's just perfect.
Yeah, ideal. There's nobody I hate more than my friends, except for their friends. I have to see at fucking Bucks parties or those dumb weddings.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. That sounds so bad.
Yeah, dude, you got to hang out with them, and they want to talk to you too, because they're your friends.
That's one of the benefits of having mostly male friends, although it mostly sucks because dudes stink.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to the Bucks parties. I don't have to deal with any of that.
Have you not heard of what are they called? Groomsmaids?
Yeah, I'm not that good of friends with anyone.
Yeah, nice. Good
I'm so
dodge.
lonely.
Good bullet dodge. Nah, like
No.
I find that the craziest because people are like, I don't like traditional Bucks pies. Just kind of seems a bit sexist. Let's bring one chick and have it be. He'll be like, one of the boys, and I'm like, I'm sure she loves that.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It is
Mental.
a little weird. I actually was talking about the Bucks and Hen situation with Jacob earlier last week, because we are not engaged, but we are planning to be wed in a couple of years.
That's very exciting.
It's very exciting. And I was like, fuck, babe, we can't do hens and bucks because most of my friends would be at your Bucks, and that would be such a bummer for me. Like, that would suck so much. It would be like maybe, especially if it was just in Sydney, it'd be like me and maybe like 5, 8, 10 girls at my thing, and then it would just be everyone else at his things. I'm like, that's not fair.
I would love you guys to run it as an A/B test.
What's that mean?
As in, like, there's the Bucks and there's the Hens, and it's the exact same people go to both.
Oh, okay.
And then you get genuine feedback on which was the better night.
That's interesting. See, that didn't even cross my mind.
Dude, run it. I love it.
I just was thinking that we'd do a combined one.
No,
So,
fuck that.
No, yours is much more expensive.
You need a hand. No, because the thing with the Hens and the Bucks, you guys don't pay.
What?
Yeah, everyone piles in for you.
Oh, I would never allow that.
No, that's how it works.
No, that's.
Because then you have to pile in for their one. It's a
I would
simple
never do
system.
that.
Oh, well.
No, it's the same
ruining it for yourself here.
It's the same reason presents aren't going to be allowed at my wedding, because I refuse to get someone a wedding present.
Well,
it's an insane thing to celebrate as much as we do. It's crazy.
Like, I'm now just at the headspace where it's like your wedding present is just you paying for your...
To get there and to be there and have clothes on and...
No, like just paying for your place. Like, you know, they hired a venue, they got a marquee, they got a DJ, they got a thing. It's like, how much do you reckon that cost per head? All right, give them that. Like, it's not a present. It's just kind of neutralizing you attending the wedding.
Wait. You want your guests to pay for the wedding venue?
No, this is when I'm a guest.
Oh, yes.
I got married during COVID, bro. My wedding cost $800. It was like one Chinese meal.
Awesome.
That was it.
But you want to pay for their venue.
Correct. You're just trying to mean that you weren't a loss financially attending their wedding.
By giving them money?
Correct. Just
yes,
cash.
I understand that, but I refuse to do it. I have no
That's
money.
Fun. That's fun.
I would love to. I'd love to.
Dude, it's different. I remember the first mate who got married, we were all like 26, 27, and like we gave like a group present, and there were like coins in the envelope. Because that's just kind of where we're at.
Fuck.
Whereas like now it's just you're having the conversation being like, so how many hundreds of dollars per person?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah,
That
that sounds good.
Then you're like, wait, it's a WOG wedding. Double it. Fuck. It's their culture. Double it.
That's so nice. What a privilege.
Mm.
Okay. All right. I'll be better.
But I'm just telling you with the Bucks of the Hens, I love that idea.
Yeah?
Because I
Two
genuinely
parties?
think that men would enjoy a hen party more than a Bucks party.
Yeah.
And women would enjoy a Bucks party more than a hen party. I got a whole bit about it in this year's show. And like, dude.
Okay.
I would love to test it. And you guys could test it.
Well, we could, but I do think that it would be kind of crazy if then we just had two separate parties and everyone was invited to both except for the other one of us.
Correct.
That's so mean.
That's way better.
That's so mean.
And then you got to be at home wondering what's happening at the other one.
That sounds
And there should be
awful.
consecutive nights. Friday, Saturday. Bang, bang.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
Dude, it sounds sick.
I'm not doing it.
Look, I mean, this is your podcast and I shouldn't address your listeners, but it's a sick idea. Tell Chloe in the comments. Just get it done. I think it's great.
I think that the listeners will say that they want me to be happy.
These are just not the fans we have. You should see my DMs, like personally and in the cabin. It's just abuse. I put up a photo of me in a singlet the other day because I look like a kind of wog stepdad.
Yeah.
And one person wrote in dog tits.
Jesus
Cross.
Christ.
And I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's
like,
rude.
These boys aren't great, but hurtful.
Oh, that's very mean. I'm sure you've got lovely tits.
They're small and hairy. Everyone's two favorite adjectives when it comes to tits.
Okay, we've got one more game.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm talking a lot.
I love talking about your tits. It's awesome.
Thank you.
One more game.
Yes.
It's the last game.
Yes.
It's truth or dare.
Okay.
It's up to you.
I mean, just for how long it will take me to do the dare, considering I'd need to uncross my legs and then have blood flow to them again, I guess we're going with truth.
I mean, you don't know what the dare is, but what are you assuming? I'm going to make you run?
Do jumping jack? I assume all dares involve movement, whereas I assume all truths can be as stationary as I like.
Actually, the truth involves movement.
Oh.
No.
Jesus, I was like, I've played this completely wrong.
Truth is fine. Actually, I don't know why, and I've never done this, but I wrote down 2 truths and 2 dares.
Whoa.
So if you... Actually, no, only one of the truths is any good. All right.
Okay.
This is the truth.
Please.
I want to know.
Please.
The listeners want to know.
Please.
What really happened to the blue tracksuit?
The blue tracksuit.
Where is it? Where is it? I haven't seen it.
Look, I used to wear multiple colored tracksuits.
Yeah.
I did, as you'd know.
Yeah.
Actually, when we met, would I have gone full red then? I don't think I
3 or
would
4
have.
years ago?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I remember it was the night before I flew back to Sydney, knowing that COVID was happening.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, I'm flying back into a fucking apocalypse, and I was. It got locked down like the next day.
Oh yeah.
I think I was probably wearing multiple tracksuits. God, we got so drunk with Waka.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, if you're gonna go into an apocalypse, be hungover. Jesus.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great.
So drunk.
I used to wear other ones, and what I found is that the red one just seems to work better. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I've got variations of red now. I've got a few different red ones. All Adidas, apart from the custom ones, but like a few different ones. But like I used to wear green sometimes. It was like a kind of green screen one.
I remember green.
Which I thought was pretty fun.
Yep.
It was very Luigi-esque. But because I think I look like that, like when I wore the green one, people were just watching me in their head being like, Luigi, he looks like fucking Luigi. It's Luigi here.
But red is Mario, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Mario's like a kind of shorter, fatter man, whereas I'm like a long, skinny man, just like Luigi.
The green does look lovely on your colouring, though.
Thank you very much.
That's a pain. Do you wear it outside of gigs?
No, the green one. The other thing, and maybe this is embarrassing to admit. Maybe this is why it's the truth. We got there. I didn't know what size tracksuit I was until I'd been kind of wearing them constantly for like a year and a half.
Of course.
I thought I was a large medium.
Yeah.
Large top, medium bottom.
Okay.
But I'm a medium.
Oh.
And so most of the early
Juicy.
tracksuits I got, like the green and the blue and the black with red stripes, the top is just too large, so it just fits a bit wrong.
Okay.
And, regardless of how I may appear,
Yeah.
I guess I'm a vain man.
You appear vain. I'm going to be fully
now we
honest
get to
with
the
you.
fucking... I didn't ask you truth or bloody dare. This is getting hurtful.
No, that's a compliment. You're well groomed.
Thank you. No, so I've kind of left off them, and I've just tried to buy red.
Where are they?
I've got a closet.
Uh-huh.
That's got about 15, 16 tracksuits in it.
Jesus Christ.
And then there's another one for the red ones.
Are you hoping they go in a museum someday?
Absolutely. Dude, I think, I forget where it is, but I think I kept the first one I ever bought, like the first red one I ever bought. Like it's going to be like a, not a comedian museum, but like a cricket museum, like a sports museum where it's like, this is the first tracksuit ever worn by Daniel Muggleton, purchased in Liverpool 2018,
I imagine the entire museum is only for your tracksuits as well, because there's not going to be room for anything else.
No. I'd shave various moustaches off.
Okay.
And then have them as
Actually,
little
speaking of,
real hair merkins. What have we got?
That's what the dare was.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have made you do it, but
I would have been like, holy shit. I've done that. The last time I did that was for charity, and like my wife was just like, please never again. It's no
she
good.
hates your face.
Hates my face.
Mustaches are great.
I like them.
I love them.
I've been a fan for a long time. I've been trying to, because everyone's kind of got a little one, so I've been trying to like handlebar mine recently, and I don't know if I like it. Yeah, that's good. You look like
it looks good, right? Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. Yes.
I know.
That's exactly who it was.
I know.
I couldn't tell immediately.
I know. I'm like, well, put
I
a
like
hat on.
it.
Thank you.
Dude, you could Yosemite Sam to your hens do.
Maybe Halloween. We'll see.
You should. I think you should. Just tape it up. Get it done.
Thank you so much for doing the podcast. We got to get you out of here.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Do you want to tell the people where to find you? What are you doing?
So my name is Daniel Muggleton. You can grab me on social media at Dan Muggleton. DANMUGGLETON. Muggle like Harry Potter in there. And I got that special out on YouTube that they can watch. It's free. It's called Daniel Muggleton, White and Wrong. It's on the 800-Pound Gorilla YouTube channel. There's a bunch of other great Australian comedians who put specials out through that. Damien Power, Tom Cashman, Sam Campbell. I think Rathy might have one there now. I don't know. But and then I'm just on tour around Australia until July.
Beautiful.
Gold Coast, Katoomba, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Newcastle.
What's Katoomba?
I'm just doing a random show in Katoomba this Saturday. I assume it probably won't be over then, but
It won't be.
just in case, it's almost sold out, so sucked in. You might have missed out anyway.
Oh, damn. Okay. The festivals, though? You'll be there?
Festivals, yeah. Melbourne Comedy
Beautiful.
Festival, Sydney Comedy Festival, Brisbane Comedy Festival.
Perfect.
Every comedy goddamn festival.
Everything. I'll put all the links in the show notes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you. Mwah.
Great.